Hey there, and welcome. You've just stumbled upon another entry in the Collective Dream Project. If this is your first time with us, here's a little snapshot of what we do. Myself and a team of narrators gather AI-generated stories, like little dreams from the digital world, and bring them to life through narration. If this story sparks your imagination, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, or share it with a friend. Now, let's jump into today's tale. Today's entry is called Mirage Lights. The engine coughed once, twice, then died. Just like that, I was stranded, somewhere on Highway 87 in Arizona, bathed in the thin silver desert moonlight. The radio buzzed and snapped to static before cutting out completely. I sat there a moment, gripping the steering wheel hard enough to turn my knuckles pale. No service, of course. I grabbed my backpack, shoved a half-full bottle of water inside, and stepped out into the night. The heat of the day still clung to the asphalt, but the air was cold against my skin. The desert stretched in all directions, endless and quiet, except for the whisper of the wind against the scrub and the distant chirp of unseen creatures. I started walking toward what I thought was the nearest town. Payson was supposed to be about 20 miles north. Maybe I could catch a ride. Maybe someone would see me. The stars overhead blinked lazily, smeared by thin clouds. My boots crunched against the gravel. Every so often, a distant light flickered on the horizon. Headlights? Campfires? I couldn't tell. I kept walking. Minutes, maybe hours slipped by. Time was sticky out here. Then I heard it. A footstep behind me. I froze, heart hammering. Slowly I turned. Nothing. Just a stretch of highway swallowed by night. I shook it off. Probably just the wind shifting the loose stones. Probably. 10 minutes later I heard it again. Closer this time. And when I turned for the briefest second, I swore I saw something duck behind a sagging billboard frame. A flash of white, like cloth or bone. I picked up my pace. The lights ahead grew brighter, steadier. A town? No. Too low to the ground. A cluster of fires, maybe. But as I approached, the fires seemed to move, lifting and floating like paper lanterns. Shapes danced between them. Lanky figures that seemed to melt into the dark whenever I blinked. I stumbled off the road, cutting across the packed dirt toward the lights, desperate for someone, anyone. The ground cracked underfoot, dry and brittle. I smelled something sharp and metallic. Ozone, like right before a storm. The figures grew clearer, tall, impossibly thin. Their movements weren't right. jerky, flickering like a bad film reel. But I called out, "Hey, I need help." But my voice sounded small, swallowed by the emptiness. No answer. Only the whistling of the wind. One figure turned to face me. Its head, if you could call it that, was smooth, featureless, glinting under the moonlight like a polished stone. It tilted at an unnatural angle. Curious. I took a step back, then another. The fires hissed and guttered, shrinking into pinpoints. The figures slid closer, without walking, without even moving their legs. I ran. I didn't look back, not even when my lungs burned and my legs felt like they were snapping under me. I found the highway again by sheer dumb luck. Following the faded line down the center, praying for headlights, praying for anything real. The road curved, and in the distance, salvation. A diner, neon buzzing faintly, windows glowing warmly against the cold dark. I stumbled inside, setting off a tiny bell above the door. The place was empty, except for an old woman behind the counter, wiping a glass with a rag. She didn't look up as I gasped for air, clutching the edge of the nearest booth. "You lost?" she asked, in a voice like gravel. "Yeah, my car broke down, and I turned to glance behind me. The door was gone. In its place, just a wall of cracked, peeling wallpaper. I blinked. The neon lights flickered. The old woman smiled, a stretched, too wide smile that split her face in ways that it shouldn't have. "You found your way somewhere," she said, "but you didn't find your way out." Behind me, the figures appeared again, drifting soundlessly through the diner's walls like smoke. The last thing I felt was the dry, brittle ground giving way beneath me, and the cold, infinite sky swallowing me whole. Thanks for joining us here at the Collective Dream Project. We hope you enjoyed your listen, and to see you again soon. And if you'd like to hear more similar stories, please don't forget to subscribe.